HuMap stands for Hormone and Urinary Metabolites Assessment Profile. It's a bit of a mouthful, which is why we call it HuMap. This test is looking at steroid hormones, their metabolites, as well as the efficiency of enzymes that metabolize these hormones. So there's lots of good information there for your practitioner, for females around menopause or perimenopause, breast health, perhaps conditions like endometriosis or PCOS, etc. For men, certainly looking at sexual health and prostate health, and generally metabolic syndrome, as well as some other oxidative and inflammatory conditions. In your HuMap test kit, well, you'll see you've obviously got the box that it came in, and there's also an insulated cooler with a lid. Keep that one in the box. There's an ice pack which you'll need to pop into your freezer immediately today, right now, if you can. There are also 5 little coloured, vials there that have got a different coloured sticker on them. 5 pipettes, which are kind of like long-nosed, test tubey suction things. There's 5 urine collection cups, and then your paperwork and postage. So, when to take this test? Well, if you are not a menstruating human, you can do this any day and keep your samples frozen for postage on a Monday and Tuesday. If you are a menstruator and you have a 28-day regular predictable cycle, this test can be done anytime between days 19 and 23. If you have an irregular cycle, please speak with your practitioner or your health coach for guidance. Preparation. So, from 5 days out, just stop taking cortisol treatment, glucocorticoid supplements, so asthma inhalers, etc. If you're not sure about anything that you're taking, please do speak with your team. 3 days out, so 72 hours before your collection starts and during your test, please don't take any oral or sublingual hormones. Don't use anything that's topical. Sorry, for vaginal hormone treatments, topical creams, gels, and injectables actually can be used. And if you are taking the oral contraceptive pill, please just chat with your practitioner about that. For 24 hours before as well as during collection, please do not have any alcohol, any caffeine, including tea or coffee, tobacco or nicotine containing products, and please do not exercise. There are certain foods that will need to be avoided for 24 hours before as well as during the collection. So you'll see the list here. Please just have a really good read through of your test instructions and make sure you're really comfortable and clear about these foods. So, some tips around collection. Stick with your most common sleep schedule and try to collect the samples as close as you possibly can to the recommended times. That said, on the test instructions, you'll see that they say what they want more than the timing is that you're collecting from a full bladder. So that's a good thing to know. You want to collect a midstream urine sample. So you've got those 5 little cups. Each time you go to collect a sample, just use a new cup. Please do not urinate directly into the tubes. You need to use the little pipette to transfer, or you can just tip straight into the tube. Once you've transferred it into the tube, you will just close the lid and just gently rock it. Make sure your details are on it, pop it in the specimen bag, and keep it in the freezer. Timing for collections. So on day 1, we're looking at the first collection being somewhere within an hour or 2 of your evening meal. The next one is around about bedtime, so about an hour before you go to bed. Now there's a mid-sleep one. Please only do this one if you do wake to go to the bathroom through the night. Otherwise, you go straight to the third collection, which is upon waking. So we want this one, please, within 10 minutes of waking, and then post waking. So around about 2 to 4 hours after your first collection. So please make sure that everything has your details on it so that the lab knows exactly whose sample they're looking at. So every time you do a sample and you put the urine sample into those little vials, It needs to have your name, the date, and the time of collection. The time of collection is really important. Again, don't urinate directly into the tube, and your samples need to be frozen for at least 4 to 6 hours before posting. So, we do recommend an early week postage. If you happen to have your collection day be on the same day it needs to be posted, just make sure your samples have frozen for at least 6 hours before posting. You can use the postage that accompanies your pack. And then, yeah, just send it once your samples have been frozen. This one will take up to 4 weeks to come back, and your health coach will contact you and let you know as soon as those results are back.